What up, y'all? I saw this story, man. It is just something that I had to get off my chest in terms of the former mayor from New York City. New York City, get a rope. Bill de Blasio and his wife separating, but there's some nuggets in here. They'll continue to living together and dating other people. So his wife name is Shirlane McCray, all right, and they did an interview after nearly 30 years of marriage. Look at me, after I'm talking about all this marriage love, 30 years and they tap out, right? They shared their thoughts on their decision, and basically it all started from them having a conversation of why aren't you lovey-dovey anymore, right? And they were like, you can't fake it. And you can feel when things are off and you don't want to live that way. So they go into the story and they talk about how a little distraction comes from being the mayor, distraction from trying to become the president, and everything started to break up. All right. So they started to separate emotionally. They started to be distant in terms of their connection, which turned into them finally acknowledging that and making that the reality, saying we are actually separated. But here's a caveat with them: they're still going to share the same home. They're going to now date other people, share the same home, and say that they're separated. Interesting, right? Your mind's already wandering to other places. But this story is not special with that. This story is special because of these moments right here. So he's sitting there with his wife doing this interview, and then he put on a song called Mango. Y'all ever heard that song? Me either. All right. And he said that's the best way to explain how they're feeling right now. And the lyrics go, I don't want nothing but you. I don't even know the song, but that sounds like what Mango would say. Getting what you need, even if it ain't from me, right? And isn't that beautiful? Okay, I gotta admit, that is beautiful. That's the whole open up the cage and let the bird fly. If it comes back, then it's yours. You remember that? Everybody used to use that Mac when they were like in 8th grade because they wanted to break up and see somebody new in high school. Oh, man. So here's the thing about it. They're separated because they didn't remind themselves of who they were to each other through that journey, through that process, through all of those things they were trying to acquire. They didn't remind themselves. And separation is nothing but a big opportunity to remind yourself of the love you have or the love you don't have with your spouse. So I've seen a few people get separated. To me, separation sounds like rehab when you need surgery. You ever been there? I know I've been there. I play ball, duh. Man, the doc like, look, man, we could give you 4 weeks of rehab, and then after that, we'll see where you are. Or we can do the surgery and we know how you're going to be. We're going to see where that is. We know where that is. That means healthy. We got rid of that stuff. You're good. I always chose surgery, man. Like, don't give me the half pregnant. Don't give me the, we're going to figure this out. It's one way or the other. Either I'm broken, fix it, or I'm broken and I'm going to try and get better. So y'all with good rehab situations, let me know in the comments because I ain't seen them. It only comes after a surgery. So separation, it almost feels inevitable that you're going to be divorced, or y'all just going to redefine what divorce looks like, which is I'm dating other people. I'm in another relationship. We just doing this financially. We just keeping these things in common so we can keep the peace. And really, we are divorced, but we're going to call it separated. All right. So that wasn't even the most beautiful part. It's because you got to be where your feet are and you got to remind yourself, bruh, like in this world, everything's coming at you. And your job is to prioritize what those things are to give it your time. And in giving it your time, you want to be compensated, and that's your money. But don't confuse them. Don't think that the money is first and most important. It's the time. And don't think in that time that those things are most important. It's your people, it's your family. And that's where this world is getting us all confused, man. People don't know that equation. So therefore, people chase money and people run away from those people that love them. People chase money and then they lose the time that's even more valuable than that. And then they lose the time with the things that are more valuable than what they acquired, which are their people, their wife, their husband, their kids. I know a lot of people that are successful and got estranged relationships with their kids. That's why I never had a sob story when I was growing up. Even though it was bad, Even though it hurt, I never gave myself that sob story to believe. You know why? Because I just knew that there were some rich kids out there who wish they had their daddy and mommy every day like I did. I just knew it. Because you can see it. They daddy on TV. They daddy over there in Uganda. And I'm like, damn, don't he live in Encino? Daddy always in Uganda. Then the daddy, Amsterdam. Like, you imagine all the times when you like, oh my God, world tour, amazing. And it is amazing. Duh. If you got a world tour, you know how next level you are. But you ever think about it like in other terms? Like, damn, they can't sit still. Damn, are they taking everybody with them? Damn, they're estranged from who? Wow, are the kids in the structured school system? Are the kids homeschool? Are the kids with them? Wow, who are the kids' friends on tours? Wow, you know what I mean? Like, if you start thinking about it, man, we all are out there trying to balance the scales, and we're all out there really making huge sacrifices. But for what? To say you got a new Chanel bag? Like, dog, for what? To say you got the Lambo truck? Like, for what? If your kids, man, when your kids, some of the best moments are when you wake up and you look and you can't move. You know why you can't move? Because your daughter is stuck in your armpit and you don't want to crush her. Man, come on, bro. Come on, y'all. Some of the best moments are when you're like, oh, I'm just about to lay here 10 more minutes. Daddy! Ooh, they start singing like they up. Let's go. Man, how many of those moments are lost in the pursuit of greatness, not necessarily happiness? So this story just reminded me of that, man. 30 years, one. Two, uber successful family and relationship. And then, why we not lovey-dovey no more? Crazy, man. So all y'all out there, think about it. And think about that arrangement, how that ain't gonna work. Not just kidding. Hey, it could work for y'all if y'all want to make it work. But I'm really saying to you, just make sure you know what you're chasing, right? And sometimes you ain't gotta go nowhere to catch it. It's right there with you.